On the highest peaks of the Unkalaki Plateau, we have High Chief Mithral Nuruodo of the Inner Peaks, funnily enough. I guess High Chief very literally, and very, very High Chief indeed. On the subject of that, do you think his wife wears such a tall hat because everyone else is just so massive compared to her? We felt very left out. So, what did we do yesterday? Well, we started building our guy up into a will shaper by basically driving him mad, for lack of a better word. Stress level 2 out of 3. He's been on the verge of a heart attack for the past 4 or 5 years now, but we did get up to level 4 will shaper. One thing I will say is that I've spoken with the devs a little bit since last episode, and they have tweaked this since we kind of blitzed through it pretty fast. And obviously one of the reasons we were able to do that is because we played as such an old character. If you were to say start as a younger character, someone who didn't have those points invested with the reset perk, it might be a little bit more difficult to actually kickstart that stress cycle. But of course, when you start getting some kids in, it would have been the same. So they have adjusted that, so it's a much slower cycle now. So apologies, but you know, your man High Chief Thrawn over here has taken all the power for himself. So we are level 4 on the will shaper front. We've got one more level to go. Now I want to take a look at today creating this we can summon Spren Blades and Spren Armor, which should hopefully give us some advantage. Probably nothing compared to the Shard Blade and Shard Plate as well, but we'll see how we can do with that. And we'll also test out some of these surges too, and see how we can apply those. Ideally, I would love to say, hey, let's try and become a king today, but I think it could be quite tricky. Now, one thing to talk about, actually, I completely neglected to mention this, but when you hover over Investiture, I think I hovered over it, but didn't really talk about it. The Investiture is capped by our gemstones. I recharged our gemstones during one point during yesterday's episode, not actually remembering that mechanic or thinking about that mechanic at all, so it appeared that we didn't gain anything, but in fact, we're just capped by the amount of gemstones that we've got, right? So it's capped by your gemstones, and 35% of your monthly income will be invested. So to be fair, the earlier that we invest into these buildings that give us the higher holding taxes, the more magical, for lack of a better word, we can become. It's kind of an interesting system, and it plays into the, again, to the very small amount of lore I know there, actually pretty nicely. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Bad humors plague Thrawn, and the severity of his affliction is not yet determined. Send for a physician now, but we can cure wounds, I believe it was, with the, with our surge binding, right? So may use Investiture to heal from wounds. So yeah, I don't think that will affect illnesses here. So let's just see if we can actually survive. What have you got? You are level 2 physician, fine. 11 learning. Oh god, they're both pretty terrible. Okay, well let's go for you then. Just hope for the best. I'm really hoping we can get it to that level 5. But with this, it might have just set us back massively. We could try and drop some stress pretty fast. Because what's that giving us? A severe penalty, right? See, that in combination with the illness is probably going to be more than... that's more than countering our health boost. Do no more than what is necessary. Depending on how we do here, we might want to start getting rid of stress as fast as possible. Okay, reduce disease symptoms. Well, that's not really going to help out that massively, I'll be honest with you. Okay, what do you think? Leave it for a few months? How close are we to... The longer we can hold out, obviously, the sooner we're going to get it. The second we start dropping stress, the lower our progression rate becomes, and we're almost there. Radiant the 5th Ideal is practically a demigod. Go on. I'm gonna take the gamble, I think, and we'll... Oh, okay. It paid off. Let's take the gamble, and let's just keep pressing ahead and see what we can do here. From all my evenings watching stars, I've seen with my own eyes what I've only heard before. The stars move at different speeds and reverse their course at different times. Find the answers in the heavens. 50 learning lifestyle experience, insight into the heavens. You're going to annoy our... I assume you're our court chaplain, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, cool. Oh, it's that guy. It's the guy that wrote our national epic. I feel like I need to... Oh, well, he's right there. Of course I know him. He's me. I feel like I should probably land this guy or something. He would have been the perfect guy to give that land to that we had yesterday. We should see if we can do something with his dynasty. Or we should focus on earthly matters. We lose the trait cynical. That might not be so bad, seeing as they openly worship the Spren, and through Spren this guy's gained a huge amount of power. So it doesn't really make sense anymore that he is cynical. So I'm happy to throw that. We do gain 10 stress though, so let's be careful. We are on the verge of, 89 stress, and we are in Pure heart attack mode. Okay, available perks 1. So an Antifabrian. So, oh man, I looked up what these things were called, but I can't remember it. Soulcaster, that's it. So the Soulcaster is one of the artifacts ultimately that we're looking to get to complete our collection. It's kind of our campaign goal as the Unkalaki. Now, there are some Shardblades out in the world. I don't entirely know where to look for them. Somebody said that over here in the Shattered Plains, obviously it's quite a way away, so I can't imagine we're going to get over here anytime soon. She does have the Shardblade and the Shardplate. You can actually see what they do there. Prowess 15, Natural Dread plus 15, and Prestige 0.6 per month. And then the Shardplate, armor value 50, Prowess plus 10, and then friendly fatal casualties minus 10%. That's very, very cool. I guess because you at that point lead the Vanguard and take the brunt of the attack. So we're going to have to try and track down some characters that do have... What's Sunraiser? Is that... So there were also... From what I remember when watching the lore videos, and again, I apologize if I get anything wrong. I'm very unversed in it. There were some swords left behind by the... whatever they were called. The Heralds, right? Because there were the Desolations, which I guess is kind of an analog for Ragnarok. This kind of cycle of destruction and rebirth. And then they, again, from one of these videos I watched, I think this is something like that. The Heralds basically said, nah, fuck this, I'm out, and left their swords behind and basically won't come back or something like that. I don't remember the entire story behind it. Maybe Sunraiser is one of those. Because that's obviously got the same sort of symbol, but it's got that unique name to it as well. Okay, interesting. Let's break this round up then and see if we can find... Study the Battle of Tuterberg Forest. Did you? I'm entirely sure about that one. Okay, so we know that the king of, so we know the king of Alethkar has some. We've got this guy here. He's got shard plate, and he's also a duelist. You also have, look, shard blade, shard plate. I think the video I watched said that there was something like 20 blades throughout Alethkar and 20 blades through Jarkoved. So maybe if we could somehow splinter this, again, we'd probably have to go for alliances or whatever. If we can splinter this, that could be a nice way to try and get them. Well, this guy has one as well. Oh, yeah. You know, a lot of these higher tier rulers, a lot of the high princes have one or the other or both. Okay, that's something to pay attention to then. We'll worry about that. We'll worry about that later. You know, that's our end game goal. We're not going to be able to do that. Oh my god, she got skilled tactician. You're welcome. We're only keeping you around for the stress, to be completely honest. That worked out pretty well in hindsight, eh? Okay, we can recharge some gemstones. So this is actually worth doing at this point, because obviously we've got way more gemstones than investiture, so we might as well see what we can do here. But I guess by that point, it's also not worth the highest risk, because we don't have the cap for that. So we might as well just go medium number. And there you go, 528. So that worked out pretty well. You know, it wasn't perfect, but it'll do. I don't really know that we've got anything to spend it on right now either, so it's not like we're gonna... It's not like we're gonna... have a huge amount of investiture expenditure. 11 months. 11 months until our next ideal. Why don't we take a look at the surge button? So we can use the Surge of Cohesion. What did that do again? Advantage, enemy defense minus 40%. Okay, that's very, very cool. That also gives investiture minus, what was that, 5% for, a minus 5 for a month. A minus 5 a month. Is that until you turn it off? Are they toggles rather than... We'd have to see how they're applied. Because it might just be applied for a month. It could be applied for 6 months. We can't really tell from this. Surge of Transportation too. Skin resistance plus 30 is huge. Movement speed plus 50%, also huge. But the investiture is minus 5 a month. This is very, very expensive. That takes us to... Obviously, we can't have both active at the same time without being in a huge amount of investiture debt there. So, might be something we do when we're a bit more competent. Oh, man. We could also just save up, like, 100 gems and go straight for the Grand Temple. Do we need anything else? Farming techniques is the limitation on this one, which of course we've got. We obviously can't build this one because we have manneralism, right? I'm sure we can build some of them though, can't we? Military administration technology. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay. Well, let's not worry about that too much for the time being. Let's save up and let's throw those gems right into here. That seems like a fairly... I know that we obviously don't personally hold that holding, but the tax plus 2 from it and the 20% holding tax is on top of that. Holder of this holding gets the piety, the renown, the men-at-arms maintenance. That's very good. Grand Temple in the prayer pools. That seems pretty appropriate. I think we're a good ruler. We haven't done anything particularly mad yet. Right, do we want to start maybe dropping off some of this stress? Because we're not far away from getting that highest... Wait, we're there. Right, okay. Go for a ride now. Yes, yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Before we do that, just in case it puts it on cooldown, let's work off some stress here before we do that. Okay, another lap. So we lose 24. Then we'll do this one as well for another 42. Just in case that put the other one on cooldown. I don't think it would because that was event driven, but we might as well give it a go just in case. What are we? 1 out of 3 now. Okay, let's see if we can drop that right down because at the end of the day, we are an old man. We're 63. Let's also grab our next ideal then. Swear ideal, you are ready. I'm not sure about that one. I'm close to the next ideal, so close that I can see the words in my head. I hear my sprain whisper in my mind. You are ready, Thrawn. Speak the words. I will seek the undiscovered, free the oppressed. Gain the trait Will Shaper and 200 investiture, but obviously we can't do anything with that right now. I think when I am paused now, you should see that reset back to 109. When we're not being interrupted by this lovely lady. Hello, my spy master. She wants to invite us to a feast. Sure, why not? Why not? There we are. So it did just reset to the 119 there. Shameful. Shameful. So what does that do for us? Will Shaper. Health, huge boost. 200% prestige, 200% renown. Wow, look at that. Practically a demigod in what way? I guess the health boost would be the real big benefit from that. Huge boost. Now, maybe if we go for medicine focusing, as we've also finished the, oh, that's Artifabrian. Like Artifice. I actually said that in the first episode, but then I started reading it as Antifabrian. Because I can't read, that's, everybody knows that by now. Can create magical Fabrials. I think we still need the Soulcaster, though, to do that, don't we? Okay. Well, in that case, let's switch over to anatomical studies. Let's go medicine focus. Let's start moving down to whole of body. That's going to give us, actually, we should go down through wash your hands and iron constitution first. Just for the disease resistance. That gives us a small boost. That will give us a medium boost. Then we will be the demigod. And there's your full thing there. That's quite cool. Oh, heal wounds for 100 is there. Right, got it. Oh, well, that was good to hover over then. Okay, so we can summon that Spren Blade and the Spren Plate. Why didn't we do that? So, summon Spren Blade. Did that work? Ah, no? Give it a second. There seems to be a terrible misunderstanding. Can we not? Oh, we can't afford it. Ooh, okay. Again, it helps if you read these things. Okay, let's save up another 30. We're no longer overwhelmed by stress. Music to my ears. That's obviously pointless. Let's hold on a little bit. And then, boom. Let's try it now. So, shards and summon Spren Blade for 150. Oh, there it is. We can release it to gain 100. Now, does that have an upkeep associated with it then? Or does that go into our artifacts, perhaps? Where does that go? I sense courtesy had interesting regular walkthrough, spicy stench, stored innovations. To be fair, we might just have too many modifiers, and it might be over the... it might be over the... Yeah, we do have the Spren Blade. You can see it there. Plus 20. So it has actually worked. I think it's just the CK3 UI. There might not actually be a modifier for it. It might just be the... I mean, obviously, we know how much we get from the fact that it's right here, full. Okay, cool. And then we need a bit more Stormlight to summon the Spren Plate. I assume we can have both. It doesn't seem as if it's drained our investiture much at all. Okay, so there's probably no upkeep associated with that. How much was that one then? Were they both 150? Let's see what happens. What are you doing? My granddaughter is... No, respect your privacy. This is the girl we educated, right? No, I'm not gonna ruin our future of our dynasty. You know, we're good friends with her. And how are you doing? Lovely. This is Rock, right? Am I correct in thinking that? I think a lot of people are saying that this guy is somebody called Rock, whoever he is, from the book. So is a key character. 44, no modifiers. Hasn't really been up to much. I feel like he really needs to get some land before he can start doing anything. What about the guy that we landed? 106 gemstones. You haven't really done too much either. Unyielding defender, but probably that came from his education. He also killed a lady. Excellent work. just 10 out of 10. Fantastic. How are our investments going, by the way? Let's go ahead and open the outliner. I'll get the mod that makes the outliner slightly better as well from the workshop so that we can actually pin things and keep a bit of a closer eye on this. Bear in mind, it's going to be super relevant this time around because it's going to affect our magic. Okay. Oh, look. Make Fabrial. Okay. Now, bear in mind, again, mod is early stages, lots of localization and stuff just to be polished up there. But we'll see if this actually does anything. Perhaps create a Fabrial. I don't know what any of this is. Oh, I know what that one is, though. Okay. You will need to buy supplies and employ a team of junior artifabrians to perform testing. What do we want to create? A span reed. What on earth is a span reed? Gives diplomacy and intrigue. A pain reel. Okay. Prowess and natural dread. An alerter. Hostile skin resistance plus 10. Or a soul caster. I mean, that'd be really nice. Is that an actual soul caster, though? Because I believe that is actually an artifact out there in the game. Let's create a soul caster, then. Why not? Did we get it? That's the real question. Okay. Oh, we can commission another epic, too. Cool. Again, it might be off the... it might actually be off the modifier. What did it give us? I don't remember what the stats bonuses were now in hindsight. Yeah, completely forgotten. I have to watch that back in a second. Did we get an artifact? Oh, yeah, we actually did. Hey, there it is. Look at that. So it gives supply duration, but at the cost of 2 investiture per month. And also hiccups. Destructible, but it is unique. And it is unequipped. Let's go ahead and get that equipped right then. This is a cool system. This is pretty much, you know, I imagine how they'll actually implement it in CK3 when they get around to that thing, assuming that they may get around to that thing. Oh, cool. So Costa is a favorite which has access to the surgery. The transformation can be used to create things such as food, metal, smoke, and other essences. Wow. I don't know if we can actually do anything with that at this stage of things. Can we craft some of the other ones too? Might as well take a look. Decisions. Right. Okay, make favorite. Yeah, so this all looks about the same. Oh, we've got crafting an item. Oh. What is this? Weaponry, armor, and the regalia of a ruler. It's time I commission something to show myself as a true cut above my peers. The only question is what I want and how much I'm willing to spend. Is that base game? I have absolutely no idea. Okay, well, let's go ahead and throw another one out there then. So, an alerter. Maybe this will create another artifact for us. Spent a lot of gemstones on this. I really should be investing into our infrastructure first. But there it is, an alerter. So that counts as jewelry. So we can have one or the other on those. Well, for the time being, given that we're not at war, this makes way more sense to have equipped. Not that we've got any enemies either. So there's probably a better item still that would suit what we're doing right now. So wash your hands. Yeah, please do, for God's sake. Get the trait herbalist for free. Sure, fine. That'll go with everything else. Now, why don't we look at expanding our borders? Oh, no. Yarkoved. Just grabbed one of our friends over here. Oh, that's fucking annoying. Okay. Oh, you know what? You see the issue there? There is only the inner peaks and you. So I feel like we should probably unify you. Offer guardianship. No, that definitely won't help. Murder, or we could duel her. Does she have a blade of any description? No, unfortunately not. I think I would like to maybe bring you into the fold before Jarkoved grab you instead. I think that's a fair idea. Yeah, we should be able to win this, no problem. Right, okay. Let's drop some, gotta remember CK3 Warfare now. This is how the last Crusader Kings game we obviously played was Crusader Kings 2. Right, here we go. Easy peasy. Just a casual old war against somebody who is massively weaker than we are. Should we be leading this? We are an old man, but we also have, you know, like the magic sword, so I feel like it's a fairly safe idea. Okay, not bad. They've redone the battle scene, actually, since I last played as well, so it's going to be something to get used to. Nice. Okay. Let's head over. I don't think they're going to be any threat to any of our holdings, so we might as well just start sieging it down and get this stuff done. Oh, the capital was right there. We're already there, you big fool. Right, go. No siege weapons. Yeah, I feel like we've got bigger fish to fry than that, actually. I feel like that's the least of my concerns right now, thank you. War were declared. The Southern Peaks, conquest of the Southern Peaks. Under... Right, so they do still have some autonomy. Oh, look, he has a shard blade. They do still have some autonomy. They didn't get their land revoked or anything like that. And they're still gods of nature and everything else. We will deal with you in a second, then. Okay, enforce demands. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we've got Southern Peaks and Jal or Yalvek. Okay, now let's take this carefully. But luckily we do have quite a chokehold there. So if we come down... Can we raise any troops from the land that we just got? A very small amount, sure. Bring you over there. Make sure our guy's on command basically at all times. We could now use our... Is supply a concern, though? Probably not. Right, bring them down. Okay. Merge you together. And we've got a learning lifestyle perk. How about old age? How about immortality? That always seems quite fun. Right, what are you complaining about then? Let's take a look here. Current situation. We can declare war. I don't think I'll be doing that. Okay, Lordship of the Inner Pass. What is that? It's a duchy level title. Okay. And the Kingdom of Uncala. We need 9 additional counties. Oh, so if we make that as a duchy title and save up 500 gems, we can become a king. Well, that was ideally my goal for today. Okay. Well, look, let's see if we can bait out. I should have really started moving already. Let's move you down. Okay. Now, let's take this slowly. Because if those guys reinforce, you know what? We can actually get them. Okay. How are we looking? Nice. Okay, that was pretty decisive. Now, even if we attack now, what are we looking at here? They're defending in mountains, right? We need them to come to us. Let's play to our strengths here. Did we not also get some big defensive bonus from, like, a religion or something like that? I forget what it is now. Might have been a building and a capital or something like that. Landhold, there you are. That's all yours. Right. Let's, again, let them come to us. We're not in any hurry here. While we wait, we might as well commission the new family epic. What I need is a classic tale of grandeur of my family. Yep, we'll get him... Oh, God, 150 gems, though, while we're at war. On second thought, I will not write a family... No, I think that's a sensible decision. Actually, I think we're all right. Let's work off some stress, because we're getting up there again. I might even mark that as a special decision now that we're pretty much out of the... Now that we're out of the need for high stress. What can we reinforce up to? Oh, we basically are. Okay, fair enough. Okay, there they are. There they are. Good shit. Okay, that's fine. That's acceptable. That's still acceptable. Okay, we've got him again. If you reinforce that, you're done for. Nice. Now, that was quite close, because our troops aren't fantastic. Why don't we see if we can get some man-at-arms? And Kalaki warriors and archers. We've got some unique bands here. Okay, very nice. Terrain effects in sacred pools, mountains. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Chull pulls catapults. What on earth is a chull? I have no idea. Possibly one of those big crab things I was reading about. Okay. And Kalaki warriors. This is what it turns out. It's just like a cow. Just like a horse or something like that. And Kalaki warriors and archers. I think I would like to save up for that, please. Their troops, their superior troops at this point are going to be the biggest detriment to us. So let's keep pulling back. Keep fighting them where it's... Like, down here is a pretty opportune battle. Unless they reinforce, at which point it's absolutely not. Okay. Now, if they want to attack into us, that's fine. I'm happy to stand here just on this stalemate. Now, look, we are losing supplies. This might be a good time to go ahead and swap back into our Soulcaster. Okay. Yeah, we're good now. Okay, so let's... Fuck, I can't really afford new troops, can we? Not doing it like this. You get me taxes, right? Good. Man, arms maintenance. Oh, God. Okay. Opponent is starving. Defending a mountain's high quality. We've got a better army commander. We got an even better army commander. More soldiers. Now, what was his... what did he have there? Unyielding defender. Friendly fate to casualties. Minus 25%. And it's actually quite nice. More army commander traits in exchange for, what, 1 advantage? Then we've also got Holy Warrior Faith, Hostility advantage plus 10, but they're our religion, don't forget, so that's not going to work at all. Okay. Hold on a second. Is there anything else I can do? Because I really don't want to be pushed back too early. Because we're if we can win this war, we're pretty much on the straight and narrow then to forging our own kingdom, right? Pretty much nothing can stop us. We just have to sit on our gold and wait. What if we go for you first? You will probably win. That's what I like to see. Let's see if we can bait them into splitting in half. Good shit. You still think that's even, really? Defending in mountains, they should reinforce, and we're going to get collapsed. Okay. Fine. There's not much else we can do, though, besides just testing the waters like that. We could drop the troops all at one and buy some man-at-arms. What's the war score? Minus 68. Minus 68%. I suppose that's the war goal, isn't it? Yeah, we can't hang around forever, unfortunately. What can we do? What can we do? We do have our magic powers, but... Surge of Cohesion. Advantage plus 5. Enemy defensive advantage minus 40%. Okay. You inhale sharply. The sphere fades. It infuses you, glowing from your skin. Starlight begins to trickle from your skin, and the more you breathe in, the more it becomes visible. Mold stuff. Okay. Stick your hand into the stone wall, slowly melting and reforming it. You put your hand out, finding the impression you left is still there. I want to fix that, and we get Surge of Cohesion. Okay, there we are. And is that a... Oh, yeah, so that is a permanent effect. We can toggle that on and off when we feel like it. Well, let's see if that will make any sort of advantage. We do go up to 23 advantage on the subject of that. Oh, man. This was always going to be a losing war just because we're up against, well, this. There still might be a way we can pull it back, but I don't know quite... Where's your capital? Is this the capital? We could just gamble it, see if we can capture one of their... How long will it take to get there? Probably wait. The war will be over, I think, by the time we get down there. But you know what? It's either that or we just sit here and we watch them win. Sod it. Go for it. Run. No. No, no, no. Okay. It's all falling apart. All right, well, let's see where we end up. So be it. Okay, they've grabbed some of our land then. And now we're up against you. Okay, okay. Look, there's only one point they can possibly get into our territory from now. Our wife died. God, it's the stress of it. She couldn't handle it. Khaleesi? Khaleesi porthole? Okay. I wonder how many little Easter eggs they've thrown in here. I need to go through and find them all. Now, does it really matter at this point? We should probably marry for Marshall, to be honest with you. Let's marry her. Janet, join me. Thank you. And then let's go ahead and put her on chivalry. For God's sake, help me. So him out for 30. That would let us buy a couple of mercenary bands, right? Or man-at-arms regiments. Warriors and archers. They do gain all of those bonuses in mountains, so I feel like I kind of have to commit to those. Let's go for you, then. Very expensive. 55 left. We can go for the archers precisely as well. Get them raised. Get them over here. Those could be instrumental, but we'll see how it goes. As long as we just sit here and wait patiently. Look, the war score's ticking up in our favor anyway. We could just potentially starve them out. Oh, good. No, that doesn't seem right. No. The High Prince Terran Perskar of the Pescanari? Who is Terrence? Okay, well. Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay, fine, fine, fine. That's okay. We had a son at this age. Okay, giant child with the Habsburg chin. I've actually got to name a child then. Okay, I'm going to call you. Perfect. I was trying to think, how can I make that fit the phonetic structure? But no. No, that's not going to work, is it? Brilliant. Oh, hello. Okay, careful, careful, careful. Right, what are we looking at? Let's just press forward once. Okay. Now, if we were to attack that, would we die? They are backing off. You'll probably lose. More army commander traits, higher quality, more men-at-arms counter. Honor is slightly in debt. Well, that makes 2 of us. Okay, you know what? Just sit. Just sit and wait. We can just potentially starve them out here. I might even potentially be tempted to go for a white piece. I'd like to get something back. Even if it's just to turn a little bit Kashik and the reinforcements. Right, now we're not going to be able to stop them, are we? Oh my god, what? This has to be some terrible misunderstanding. Okay. Right. We're at 25% war score just from doing nothing. So, you know what? I can handle that. My heir is unmarried. I mean, he's a bit old. She is both quick and lustful. Because if we're ever going to start trying to breed in inheritable traits, now's the time to go for it. I feel like something like Amazonian would be the most beneficial. Go ahead. All right. Let's a giant and Amazonian. That would be a fantastic combination. Suspense is killing me here. They're not doing anything. They're just dying of attrition. Look, they're disbanding units. Our war score ticks up, and they do nothing. We might just genuinely be able to starve them out, and that would be incredible. We've got no way to gain any extra cash, short of dropping our armies. But if we drop our armies, they'll start moving in. So we could just give away this land. That would also be a pretty alright idea. Bishop, you've got a child. Who's the child with? It was one of my family members, if I'm not mistaken. My granddaughter. Right, you marry the bishop. What's his name? Oh, God. How am I going to find him in here? Matrilineal. Maybe they can't marry matrilineally. Maybe he can't marry at all because he's... Because he's our court chaplain? Well, I guess not. He's genius. So I guess we'll just go for you then. My friend, I would love to give you some land if I can. We're not allowed. Okay. In that case, can we give our granddaughter some land? Grant titles. Yes, that'll do it. Right, you can have whatever we've got here that we don't really want. There you are. That's all yours. Okay, is that going to drag us out of debt? Absolutely not. Well, on the plus side, our people are starving and it's saving us money. Attrition is seriously doing us some real favors. Look, they're down to 4,200. And obviously we're reinforcing because it's friendly territory. It is costing us a bit of money, though. Okay, smallpox is gone. I didn't even know we had smallpox, so that's news to me. We are about to overtake them in troop count. They're bringing in reinforcements, but if they didn't attack with... Okay. Well, look, we might be done soon. Just hold out. Just hold out. 67%. We can almost certainly get a white piece here. But I want to hold out as long as possible. If it looks as if they're about to take some land or smash our troops, we'll just white piece them out. Strange people have been appearing around the court lately. I only see shadows at the corner of my eye. Another say glimpse quickly, and they seem to be gone. No matter how many guards I set on the task, these strange people cannot be found. But the intensity of their taunting is only increasing. There! I could have sworn. He's losing his mind. Oh no, getting the trait lunatic. Brilliant. Health minor penalty. His body might be incredibly powerful. But his mind, not so much. Not so much. Probably a side effect of standing in a mountain for the best part of, oh, that's a shame. For the best part of 5 years. We're almost done with the learning lifestyle tree. When we are done with that, when we've got a whole body, I think we'll probably move into warfare. Yes, I know. Controversial decision. 80%. Okay. 81. What is the war goal again? Remind me. This one here. Well, look, if I can't see their troops, I'm going to move back down into here. Because our defender advantage might be enough just to dissuade them from coming in. We've only got to survive another 14% and we're done. I'm in awe. This actually might work. Coming back. 805 troops. Okay. Okay. The long game of being mountain boys is working. They're coming in. Somebody... Lordship of Vatalan. I don't know who that is. Wait. Lordship of Devar? One of my vassals? No. So, different allies in the same war who are opposed in a different war are apparently just fighting one another, really slowing things down there. That actually might have been exactly what we needed. If they assault that down, we've actually won. 267 gems, 150 prestige, we gain 150. My allies gain 75, we don't have any. Boom. Got us out of debt. Very nice. Now, I wonder if that, because it was this guy that declared war on us, we've got now a truce, a little bit of safety, and obviously they declared war on us, so we've got a little bit of safety from that side too. If we want to try and throw together our kingdom, although, I mean, what's the point of having a kingdom if we can't defend it, eh? Okay, maybe now is the time where we invest heavily into our troops, rather than, what do you think, some more warriors? 50-40, no screen, and... No, what is it? Retreat? Pursuit, sorry, yeah. 50-40, 42-32. Terrain effects, though, for the archers are far more beneficial. Terrain, though, is all the same. Is it all the same springs type? Okay, we've got sheltered mountains, exposed mountains. So various different types of mountains. Then, of course, back here we have the sacred pools. Okay. Okay, in that case, I could go for these, because these are, I mean, better, arguably. Sure, they cost more maintenance, but they gain all the terrain effects we could want. The only thing we'd have to worry about is counters at that point. Let's go for pure stats right now. Do we want to create another one, or do we want to upgrade this one? Well, what a great question. what an easy question. I am determined to get this realm to greatness. Have they splintered? Did they splinter? Looks as if they may have splintered. Ooh. Only 2,300 men, you say. Only 1,600 men, you say. Only 1,300 men, you say. Only 1,974 men, you say. Well, I just happen to have more men than that. Wowie. What happened to your realm, my man? Title history. Inherited. Oh. That is all for the taking, then. I like it. We've survived. We've weathered the storm with our mountain tenacity, with our little bastion, our little fortress up here, easy to defend. Now I think we head back out and we see what damage we can do. We need to take a little time to build our forces, maybe get our armor at some stage too, our spraying armor. That would be quite nice to pick up on. And then we'll head out there and see... I mean, firstly, I feel like reclamations have to happen, right? This guy's got the shard blade. Just fucking duel him. Thinks of their prowess plus Thor. Thinks of your prowess. -4. Our dread is quite low. But if we duel him and we beat him, he's got 18. What have we got? 19. We might be able to beat him. He will not accept. We'd have to use a hook. What if we try and befriend him? We could try it from both angles, right? We could try the befriending angle, and we could try the... Our spy master has 29 intrigue. Wow. Find him some secrets. Force him to duel us. Because I think... I mean, bear in mind, we haven't even gone into the martial tree yet. We've gone to the duelist tree. We might be able to get a sword with this guy, and that would be absolutely incredible. Only, like, a little bit more experience, we grab whole of body. Then we'll jump over to the martial tree. Start working on duelist. Should we just go exclusively duelist and keep our guy on the sensor at all times? There it is, whole of body. So, first episode, we revolutionized. We stopped focusing on family, started focusing on Spren, and obviously losing his cynicism there and the powers that come from that. Episode 2, I think we've done a pretty good job of actually defending what we had in the first place, despite some gambles that didn't really pay off there. Episode 3, we're coming out swinging. Very literally here. Let's go for prowess plus 3. We go into dueling. Because when we get all of that, I mean, prowess plus 8 from duelist. My god. All we have to do then is force him to fight us. And we might be able to get ourselves a shard blade. That would be pretty fantastic. Let's see what we can do with it. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'm actually really enjoying just... I mean, firstly, getting back to CK3, because it's been a long time. But, I mean, the CK3 with this whole new fresh coat of paint with all of these new mechanics, which I've missed so much from CK2, like the artifact system, the artifact crafting systems, the... I play as the little guy. I like playing as the little guy and building up and coming back as that underdog. I think it's the best way to play any Crusader Kings game. Thank you to the patrons, of course, for making it so I can record 3 30-plus minute episodes a day and edit them and upload them and, you know, not lose my house in the process. Thank you. Thank you to Udric, Nero Nightshade, Loris Quail, Escorchio82, The Thick Mick, Zetlock, Ratal, Plumby, Emily, KQ the Magic Flying Velociraptor, Gibbering Mound, Kish, Dr. Bubba, and Ciala, along with everyone else at the executive producer tiers over on Patreon for making the channel possible in the first place. And a thank you as well to Alex Schultz, Lanigan, a good chunk of Bolsa, Mark, thanks for the loan Bojo, Atreus Sen, Mr. Awesome, Lilac, Kumbi, AstrosFan12345, and Smirtworm.